Man, that ends abruptly. That's on my to-do list today. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning mindset. Things like lighting's off a little here. It's been a great morning so far. How are you? Welcome. Remember, this is your first time here. Here's what we do, right? These things I need out of you. First up, how's my mic sound? Does my mic sound good or does it sound bad? I need to know. How does it sound there? The other thing is I need to know where you're at. I need to know what the weather is, and I need to know what's in your cup. So this morning here, it is 34 degrees out. It's a little chilly, and we have got our Cherry Blade Limeade, right? Is that right? Cherry Blade Lemonade is what we've got here going on this morning. Now, the other thing I need is 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? For us, here's what we got on our stuff. We've got to print DTF transfers. I've got marketing videos I need to finish. I've got invoicing I need to do. I need to get an intro video done, a new intro video for sure. And then something I haven't told you guys about, DTF bundles. So I guess I'll go ahead and tell you about it now. So next week is going to be November, right? November here before you know it. Now, I have alluded to the fact that on November 14th, there is going to be a great deal on ready-to-press DTF transfers for a very limited window. You're going to have to tune in for that. But up until then, starting November 1st, we're going to do the 14 days of Todd, folks. Woo, you get 14 days in a row of me. Every day, we're going to release a new DTF bundle pack. It'll be on special for that day. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to give anything away over the first 14 days. I know, shocker. We're not giving anything away, but that's because on the 14th, we're going to give it all away. Now, we haven't figured out how we're going to do that. If we're just going to do one winner and they're going to win everything that we just released, the last 14 packs, or if we're going to split it up and maybe somebody gets 3, somebody gets 4, somebody gets 10, 3, 5, 9, however that math works out, right? However it does, because there's 14 days. So 3 gets there. Maybe I got to figure that out. So like 4, 2, 4, 7. I don't know. I got to do math on that. See it in. So that will be a fun thing. My original plan back in the early spring when I thought about this was it was going to be 14 days of Todd, and every day was going to be a video released on a new project. As we know, my video editing skills, my video production skills, my filming skills in general have sucked this year. That's on me. I'm not taking the time to do it. I just keep putting it off. And now one of the things I want to do, we can't even do. So how much fun is that? Well, this is how we're going to fix that. We're still doing it. We're just going to do it in a different way. So last night I was looking at cameras again. You know, I laid out the studio how I think it's going to work best at the new location. We talked to Corey on how we can move some stuff around, in different ways to do it. Ooh, which reminds me, that room is going to need room darkening curtains, because if we're putting it on that other wall, now I'm going to have the glare coming in from that side. So we laid some stuff out there and decided, hey, this is how we're going to do it. I'm super excited on that and bringing that all together. So we'll have a lot of stuff in one space, and we're going to start filming on a regular basis. And by regular basis, I mean, I need to be, filming at least 3 days a week. If I can, and even if it's just one project, if I can take one day and dedicate like 8 hours to filming and putting stuff out, damn right I'm going to do it. But we need to schedule that time up. We had a great time over there just laying things out. So I'm super excited about what the future holds there. But they said 1st through the 14th of November, 14 days of Todd. Get ready for that. And we're talking these DTF bundles. There's going to be some Thanksgiving ones in there. There's going to be a lot of Christmas ones in there. We'll make sure to have Hanukkah and Kwanzaa in there. So we're going to make sure to get everything covered. Some New Year's stuff. Probably be some Valentine's Day and some it's that other one that's right after Valentine's Day. Not Easter, because it's before Easter. St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So there's probably be, St. Patrick's Day in there. There'd probably be what is that other one I just said? Valentine's Day. There might even be an Easter one in there. There'll be a Thanksgiving one. So there's 4. Then there'll be 10 more. So we're going to have a lot of stuff going on for it there. I think with everything that we got going on, I was really looking, Print Hustlers is next weekend. We can fly in and out really cheap. Still, I looked last night, I can still fly in and out really cheap out of Chicago. But with everything that we have going on, it's not feasible for me to leave the shops plural, this one and the other one here in while we're still trying to build everything out. As much as I want to go, I kept thinking, okay, this is what we're going to do. Next week we have teacher conferences. We're cooking for that. And we've got the build out that we're finished doing. It's just not a good time. So I'm looking at Long Beach. Long Beach, I think, is what it's going to go to. Now, if we looked at the math, we looked at everything correctly. Long Beach, the day it gets over is the day before Corey leaves for Punta Cana. So she might be not doing Long Beach. Maybe it'll just be me doing Long Beach, and I'll fly out there and then do that and then fly back because she turns around and leaves right again. So I'm not sure how to. Ooh, that's a good one right there. Fat Tuesday Mardi Gras. Yep, I should put that on the list too. So we'll try and get a good mix of things coming up for, we're going to really push on the Christmas side because that's what a lot of people are going to be hammering out here over the next, 6 weeks. So if we can get a lot of good of those out, we're definitely going to do it and put it out there. So let's check in and see how everybody was. So good morning to you, Darren. Super early at 7:50. Did the time on this say something else? Because then I noticed that Kelly was here like super early too at 8:05, and then Darren tells me I'm running late at 8:19. These are 8:30, and then Chuck's here at 8:27. But Darren's got his 5 things. Test HTV on a blanket. Ooh, what are you doing? So we've always had good luck with HTV on the fleece blankets. Like doing initials, monograms, things in the bottom left-hand corner, right-hand corner, one of the corners from there. So that depending on the blanket. I can't wait to see. Cut HTV for a small order, press order. Laser a charcuterie board. Go to Derby for playoff game. Man, that sounds like a great Friday to you. And the mic does sound good. I didn't have to change it. But I am giving up the mic to Corey. I've got to get on her schedule to get this crystallized. So we are that's at the new shop because we're gonna have that camera and it's gonna see the counter. It's gonna have there, and the mic's gonna be here for me. Guess what? I gotta have a good looking mic. So, what color? What color should the mic be? You can kind of see there's a good stash of right over through here for stuff. So. What color should we have the mic for it? And Renee says, "Happy Friday from glorious, sunny, and cool Chicagoland. Water in the cup." It is fall, right? It is fall. It's only going to get colder. And yes, Todd, all the time, at least 14 days in a row for it. And Kelly's 5 things. She's paying bills. She's invoicing. She's ordering supplies. She's got manners, and she's got engraving. She's got a great list going there for you. Jerry, good morning to you. Wendy, good morning. Thank you for taking us on the new space adventure. Exciting. It is. I mean, we're already looking at it thinking we're already too big for it. We've already got too much of what it was. Remember, we went from 8,500 square feet to 3,500 square feet, and now we're at 3,500 square feet. But there's 2 businesses. We don't know if right now we don't think that both printers are going to fit, because we both have 54-inch Roland. So hers is already there. Mine is probably going to stay here. We have the room that's dedicated to DTF, so that's coming there, and then we've got the shop, the garage in the back for the wrapping and spray ramps. But looking at storage, we don't really have a great storage solution for backstock and things like that. So we're trying to figure things out there. I was even thinking this morning, Corey, that because we've got one room that's a kitchen, that table might have to come out, and that just might be a storage room in there, because what are we going to be cooking in there? You know what I mean? Like legit. I don't know if I showed you guys pictures of this, but we have a kitchen. There's a full sink. There's a stove. There's a full size refrigerator. It doesn't have a microwave, but we can take that, and that's kind of a break room. But it's kind of just, it's taking up a lot, just like having 2 bathrooms. Okay, we've got 2 bathrooms. It's taking up space. So I got to figure out where we can save space at. So we've got to get really creative on our storage solutions on things that people do, because we're already looking at what other things we can add and maximize the space with it. So we're going to bring you along for each part of that. You got to see, kind of how things are set up now. That's going to change. It will change every day until we're done, right? Until the end, because it seems like you get something and there's a nice system worked out for it, but then you might get another piece of equipment, you might move something else, and that kind of changes things up. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I love this part of it. You know, it's so stressful and so fun at the same time. Let's see. Thanks, Jerry. That was all Corey's doing. What's the difference between a llama and an alpaca? Because they were alpacas. So that's what they were. I remember I got told that llamas and alpacas are two different things, and I can't even say alpaca right. Alpaca, whatever. But that was Corey's thing. Silver Bell Hollow. It's a good little. It's a little jaunt from us, but yeah, it's an alpaca farm, and they do stuff throughout the year for different things. They'll have a Christmas one coming up, and it was last Christmas that we went out there, or 2 Christmases ago? A couple Christmases ago, we went out there and went out to see Santa, and I got a picture. And while Corey was taking a picture, a llama came up and put his llama, an alpaca came up and put his head right here, and so we said, "Man, it would be so awesome to do a photo shoot with the alpacas." And lo and behold, things worked out, and we were able to get a photo shoot with some alpacas. So it's definitely fun. I put on jeans and shoes for it. So hey, I did there. I took my hat off. I was a totally different person. All right. Kelly, loved the Long Beach show. We didn't get to see a whole lot of it last year. You know, I went there with the strict intent on buying a DTF commercial grade printer. I looked at 3 different ones that I had it narrowed down to. The one I knew right away didn't want to have anything to do with it once I got there, and I kind of talked to the people that were there, because the people that they had talking about it didn't know anything about it, and some of the other people I talked to said that they were already having issues with it. I didn't like the fact that it was the only place I could get things from was them. So, you know, if things went south or went out, I was just out. So I totally wasn't on board for that. And then it became between 2 other companies, one that I used pretty much a fair amount of time prior to that, and then another one that, you know, I just came across through dealings with other people, and it kind of met with my alignment, you know, of content creation, having a good back end source of things. And so the first one wasn't a bad company, nothing wrong with them. You know, I can still purchase product from them, you know, everything. I would not disrecommend them. And that was DTF Superstore. They're great customer service. They had everything that was there that was needed. But it just didn't fit what I needed. And so that's why we ended up with DTF2U. Has had a great relationship with them over the last, year, you know, coming up on. So it was a great time, and that's what I went there for. So we didn't do a whole lot of exploring for it. Now this time, we did get to see Coolio. Last performance that we seen of him was there, so that was fun. So the Long Beach show was a really good time, and so we're looking to redo it again. At least me. Corey's going to have to be on the fence about it, because hey, she's leaving out of the country like the following day, so I don't know how much she wants to get into it. Ooh, Audrey's got a great idea. Softball, so sports, because I know we do have some, but we don't have. I don't think we have a dedicated softball yet, so that can be one that can be added to it. It said 6 today. Whoa! That should be 8:30. I don't know why it said 6, so I would have been really late or really early, right? Jerry, trying to figure out embroidery on a very plush blanket today. I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to soak up as much knowledge as I can on embroidery. Now that we have access, we had access to embroidery machines before because we had our embroiderer, but now that we're on the same building, I cannot wait just to get in there and just watch and learn and try and get a better understanding of it, so I can be, a better decorator on my side by providing the better artwork, the better information needed on that. So super excited for that. Renee's 5 things: banking, follow-up doctor report, doctor appointment, photo acrylic samples, patch order, pack. That's right, because when do you leave? You leave tomorrow? You leave tomorrow or Sunday. You're out of here. You're headed to Mexico. Right? It's one of these. I know they got to be tomorrow or the next day. Shelves are real lifesaver. Go up to maximize the space. Yeah, we've got a boatload of these because when we had the big store, that's what we used as a divider. We built a wall that divided it out, and then we had different stuff on it, and then kind of blocked off that half of it. So that's what we used for it. So we've got a bunch of those that we're going to build to put it out there. Wendy's 5 things: update a web store, 3 embroidery jobs, order samples, put extra items away from this week's crazy, and then dinner with your son and future bride. I think that's a great way to round up the week. This week of crazy, yes. I think there's been a lot of crazy this week for everybody. So wrap it all up, and there's nothing better than a nice family dinner. I don't think there is. I really don't. One of the things that we're kind of on we talked about web stores on Tuesday with Todd, and the more I'm kind of looking at it, that whole percentage based thing, I had to get that out of my head because I'm like, I'm going to charge for it anyway. If they're going to charge, it's going to be passed through it. So we're kind of on the fence. If we're looking at the Stall Spirit sale, which seemed like it was going to do a lot, or give Chipley a try. Chipley, when we can get in there, we were able to secure a discount code for it. And so it's about half for the setup fee and then 3%. So I want to know just more on that fundraising side of things. Talking with some other people, they said it's great for opening and closing stores, not the greatest if you're going to do any type of on-demand thing. So, if somebody's coming in, they're purchasing, if they're going to go to your site, put it in, not the greatest for that. But if you have a set open and close date for it, they work out great for that. So I think that's where we're headed, is to the Chipley route. I really liked how it can tie into the inventory and be able to do that. So that's my list to set something up for next week to get in there. And that's why I said, we've got so much going on to take the time to go to get out of here. While it's nice and all, I got to put the business first on it. I get my wire shelf rackings from Menards and Home Depot. Check to see who has them on sale. Remember the old store, Renee? When you came in, you walked down that wall of stuff. Yeah, those were all these shelves that were split in half. So I think we probably got 20 sets of them. I remember I spent like $1,200, $1,400 on shelving when we did that. So it's all there, and we're pretty sure that we can maximize a lot of the space with that. And then the other thing is we're looking at, if we have to in the garage, we could build and go really. Oh, we still got that we've got that other. Where the hell's that going to go? Because that was going to go in that room, wasn't it? Yeah. So we just got to find the best maximization of space. Corey, Jerry would like to know that she recognized you in those pictures with the alpacas. She's smirking away over there. She is smirking away. Curtis, good morning to you. 50 degrees, press shirts, going to enlarge website. That sounds fun there. Yes, getting the joke. It was a great time. It is vacation time for her. She heads down to Mexico every other year. So if I remember right, yeah, it's every other year you head down there for it. And the web store Tuesday with Todd was awesome. Highly recommended as we watch. Thank you very much for that, Wendy. Yeah. So, you can just head to our channel, and just click there and go back and watch it. You can like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. So then when we do go live, you don't miss that. I learned a lot just going through it. And since then, there's been a couple other ones that people have reached out and said, hey, maybe you should look at this. Maybe you should look at that. And so we have, we looked at it, I think, just in our industry on how things are going. Right now, it seems like the big, Printavo Inksoft thing is what's happening with them, because they're both bought by the same company. Are they going to stay separate? Are they going to combine? What are you going to get with one or the other? And they released some stuff. I found this out this morning, that they kind of did some more shady stuff on making people pay for stuff they weren't typically paying for before, and they just kind of pushed it through. And then there's some parts of their API that wasn't working, and this all happened last week during the Printed United show. So a lot of people didn't see it so much, or their people had issues with it, but they didn't understand it because they weren't there. And then they got back to realize, hey, there was a bug of something with this. So it's up in the air on that side. The Printavo Inksoft. It looks like it could be great. We just got to play it out. And with Chipley, hey, okay, so I got to spend this, and if it's just a one time and it's not a yearly, and then it's just a percentage, I'm only out, that $600 or whatever it is to get set up. So we'll see. But I think Chipley is going to be the way to go. If I'm looking at Chipley compared to Spirit Sale is just that one-time fee, but it is kind of just, it's just kind of there. To me, it felt very equity, which I'm very comfortable with, and I can just keep running with that. But on that back end side of things, I don't think there's a whole lot of that back end. I think that's where Chipley will really shine at. So I think that's what we're going to look at and go for it. Just as Jerry to Renee, enjoy and maximize rest for yous and yours. And agreed with Renee. It was a great show. I remember the shelving now that you say it. Yeah, it was right because we had it covered in Coroplast too. So it didn't even look like shelf. We had a countertop going all the way along it. And then we ended up building Coroplast behind it. So it kind of created that fake wall. And then that's where we had all the mannequins and everything up for it. So it worked out pretty good. Let's see. It's so embarrassing. Such a button. Jerry, is a great conversation. It'll be something every time. Every time you see us now, you'd be like, "I know who you are. I recognize you." It'll be great. Oh, what happened, Brian? The power screwed up, rolling in multiple lights. Brian, we just need a generator. Instead of having the space for that 10,000 square foot building that you're eventually going to build out, we just need to get you a generator so we don't run into these issues. Or you can be like what everybody does, and they turn off all of their equipment and they unplug it when they leave for the day, right? Because that's what everybody does. Like, I know we're all supposed to do that, but does anybody really do that? Do you really unplug your equipment every day at the end of the day to prevent things from happening? No, I don't. I don't at all. Should I? Yeah, because when I see things like this, if this screwed everything up, that scares the hell out of me. Because what happened? What happened? Did it take a board? Did it take a print head? Did it just not? Can you just turn it off and turn it back on and cross your fingers? What happened to it, Brian? Let me go. And Brian, there was it happened at noon. So it happened during the day. It wasn't a night thing. Oh. Yeah, how do we prevent that? What can stop that from happening? You're in the middle of the day and you have a power outage. Because we're not supposed to put the equipment on those battery backups, so that way we're able to, to save a job through it. But I know a lot of people that do, where they have it on that battery backup and it supplies like 15 or 20 minutes worth of power. So, we can finish a print job and won't stop in between it, and then it'll go. But what do we do? Oh, sensors, motor, and maybe a board. Oh, that sounds like an insurance. Which printer do you have, Brian? You have the SPI, don't you? 54-inch. Because sensors, motor, maybe board. I know somebody who might have one for. They might have one for parts. I think it's. I think it's a little cashy for what it is. But I think they want like 3,000 for it. But if you can get it for parts, then there. I think the thing with it is the vacuum quit working on it. Vacuum motor quit working on it. They said it'll probably need a head. Which time somebody says it's going to need a head soon, it just needs a head now. And those have went up in price. They're like now what, $900 for a head. SP540i. Get with. There's Mike Gay out of Reprint Equipment in Springfield, Illinois. He does a lot in a buying of repo equipment. That's where I get my repo equipment from. But he does a lot in parts too. So if something comes, a printer like that, it comes in and it needs heads in that, it's no use to him there to put it in. To put it back into service. So what they'll do is they'll break it down for parts. So maybe they might be able to help you. Yeah, we'll have to. Damn, that sucks, Brian. But the great thing, Brian, is I'm sure you have a backup plan besides rush jobs, which suck when equipment goes down. We have backup plans in place. So if our printer goes down, here's who I can use to print. Now I'm going to have two of them, right? So if I need to print something, I'll either have mine or hers. But we still have trade partners in the industry that we work with that helps provide faster service for us. Things like yard signs, big banners, anything in specialty material where I don't want to spend $1,000 on a roll of something that I'm just going to use for $100 job and then sit on it. So we've got trade partners that we work with on it. Brian, if there's anything we can do to help you out, let me know. And we got you. Which now that I have you on here, Brian, the two pieces of artwork that you need for each, was that scaled to size? Was that when you sent it through? Was that scaled? I didn't think about that when I looked at it. The Eat Sleep, because I think Eat Sleep is 8.5. I can look at it right now. Eat Sleep is 8.5, and the Black Hawk Middle School is 7.5. So 8.5 wide on one and 7.5 on the other. I think it is. I brought it is, so we can get those out to you. So you'll have that rocking and rolling today for you. Yeah, Brian, does the I don't know how that works. Will the insurance cover that? I think it should, right? Hopefully. Yeah, and that's what I heard too, that the surge protectors were bad for it, and that's why I had never did it. Now I know people that use that battery box for it, but on that surge protector, I'd always heard never put your equipment on a surge protector. You can put it on an outlet, but not on a surge protector either. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's what I've been told. Then that's the battery backup surger thingy, and that's what I've seen. People have those on it, so that way they get an extra, half-hour runtime in case something happens, or at least gives them a chance when the power goes out that's there, so they can get everything shut down and go for it. No, we're using our Roland strictly for eco-solvent printing. So, signs, banners, decals, printed HTV transfers, window perf, canvas, all of those needs. For our DTF printing, we are using the Classic from DTF2U. It's a 24-inch DTF printer. Commercial, we're doing about 50 square feet an hour out of that, which when you go back to when we started and we were doing 6 feet an hour, it's a huge upgrade from when we started out in this 2 years ago. But usually, as long as everybody has their rush orders in by 10 a.m. and it's less than 50 square feet, because it's about an hour's worth of work, we'll do same day and get it out for the 50% fee. And then there's 25% fee for next day, 10% for 2 day, and then there's all the rush options that are with it. So yeah, we've been pumping those out, moving right along with it. I have an APC backups on all my equipment, not 100% protection, but I think better than nothing. That's a great option there. BHMS is sized. All right, that one is there. The other one, Eat Sleep March, should be 10 inches wide. Okay, I'll make that change right now. See, this is why we're here, so we can do change of artwork. Just in case you didn't know, we can do a change of artwork, right on here, right? So that's going to put Eat Sleep March is going to put that at 10 inches wide. All right, so there we go. Delete, and then we'll go ahead and bring that guy up here. I hit Control Z instead of Control D. Ever do that? Control D instead of Control Z. Yep, I just did it. All right, so now I can save that off, and we're going to do Brian. Let's see, Brian Rush 3. There it is, 3. So, see, I'm doing this while I don't forget it, and then we're going to be good to go on it, and then you guys are just going to be like, hey, what are you doing over there? I'm like, I'm working, man. That's what I'm doing. Somebody told me one day, they're like, you should just go live when you work and just show it all there. And I said, I swear way too much for that, because some things don't just work out the way I want them to. I'm you're going to ask Corey. Corey's a dirty talker too. So she talks a lot of crazy stuff. So to be live for that, I don't know, man. I don't know. She's dirty talk over there. She's like a sailor. She swears a lot. And she's very brash. And I don't know if the world would be ready for that. I just don't know, man. That's scary. All right, there. Got it. You saved there, Brian. So now I just got to make sure it's in the right file, and we'll get those added to that print layout today. All right. The other should be 10. We got it. I got pressing instructions with water slides. I think was there pressing instructions? Oh, or did it white tone? You know why, Curtis? Because you put it under white toner, so probably grab the white toner transfers. The water slides, all it is just water. Put the image on there, add water, it'll start to just slide right off. So that's what it is right there. Thank you, my friend. We try our best. We try our best to get everything out, and help people in times of need. And I know you need these pretty quick, so guess what? You're on the rush schedule today, so we'll get those out. They will ship today. You don't need them until Tuesday, so do you want to overnight and have them on Monday, or do you want to go 2 days and have them on Tuesday, or do you want to go overnight and have them tomorrow on Saturday delivery, which they screw everybody on Saturday delivery? But I'm like, yeah. So I figured we'd just ship them out overnight. You have them on Monday. It'd be good to go there. All right. Have a great weekend, clients. When do you do the same? Everybody have a great weekend this weekend. I'm not 100% sure what we got. I know we're going to try and move stuff into the new location next week for school, for the PTA. I'm cooking for them. So we've got, we're going to do pulled pork and pulled chicken for sure. Might add another protein in there. But if that's the case, I'm going to start on that this weekend. So that way I can get everything cooked off, frozen up, and then it'll be ready to go just to pull out and reheat for them on Thursday. So we've got that. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a nice weekend. And then we got Halloween on Monday. We'll be back Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We do this 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure to like and subscribe, turn on notifications. So when we have that, then the other thing we have on Tuesday, we'll have Tuesday with Todd, which that we think we might do some of the white toner transfers. I think that's what we're looking at doing currently, but that also is going to start the 14 days of Todd too. So we might talk more about what that's going to entail on Tuesday with Todd. Of course we will. So starting Tuesday, we're going to release a bundle every day up until the 14th. And then on the 14th at 6 p.m., there's going to be a significant deal for a very limited time. So make sure to save all of notifications and come from that. All right, overnight from Monday is perfect. Sweet. All right, so we got stuff to do. You guys got stuff to do. Go have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.